The director of the political sector at the Chinese embassy in Nigeria says achieving peaceful reunification and implementing the one country, two systems approach are key to solving the Taiwan question. He made the call during a media salon on the One China policy as a bedrock of China-Nigeria relations in Abuja. He stressed that open dialogue and mutual respect among all parties play a vital role in achieving the goal. The director also underlined that the Taiwan question is deeply rooted in historical context, primarily stemming from the Chinese Civil War, and remains an internal matter for China.
The Chinese government and the people uphold the One China principle, resolutely oppose any conspiracies and aimed at splitting China, splitting the country and the nation, and firmly reject any attempts to create two Chinas, one China, one Taiwan, or pursue Taiwan independence. There is only one China in the world, the first one. Second one is Taiwan is an inalienable part of China's territory. That's the second sentence. The third sentence is the government of the People's Republic of China is the only legitimate government representing all of China. They refuse to recognize the One China principle, distort and deny the Resolution 2758, disregard the Cairo Declaration, the Potsdam Proclamation, and other international legal documents, and profess that the status of Taiwan has yet to be determined. On the island, they constantly press the de-Sinicization, deceive the people of Taiwan, incite hostility against the mainland, and obstruct and undermine the cross-strait exchanges.
Commending the Federal Republic of Nigeria for upholding the One China policy, he highlighted the long-standing diplomatic relations between China and Nigeria based on mutual respect and recognition.
On February the 10th, 1971, the People's Republic of China and the Federal Republic of Nigeria established diplomatic relations and issued the joint communiqué between the two countries stating that the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria recognizes the government of the People's Republic of China as the sole legal government representing the whole of the Chinese people. Since that, Nigeria has been adhered to One China principle. China, of course, appreciates Nigeria's efforts, including the relocation of the Taipei Trade Office in Nigeria out of Abuja in recent years. And last year, when President Tinubu paid his state visit to Beijing, to China, and the Honorable Foreign Minister, Ambassador Tuga, to China and Nigeria signed two joint statements respectively. Both of these two joint statements reaffirm that the Nigeria side firmly adheres to One China principle, acknowledges that there is but one China in the world, and the government of People's Republic of China is the sole legal government representing the whole of China, and Taiwan is an inalienable part of China's territory. Very important sentence. Nigeria opposes any form of Taiwan independence or interference in the internal affairs of China, and firmly supports all efforts made by the Chinese government to achieve national reunification.
Professor Sharif Ibrahim, head of the Department of Political Science and International Relations at the University of Abuja and director of the Center of Contemporary China-Africa Research, emphasized the vital role of embracing peaceful reunification in strengthening China-Nigeria relations.
African states have all come to embrace the One China policy except just few. And even the fewer ones recently, such as the Gambia, Sao Tome and Principe, Burkina Faso, have all switched their allegiance to People's Republic of China and no longer in alliance with Taiwan. Only Eswatini, formerly known as Swaziland. So out of 54 African states, we have just one that has a kind of contention with that particular policy. but the 53 African states or countries have come to embrace that particular principle of the oneness of China. I now go further to consolidate a theoretical instrument of the One China policy as upheld by Nigeria in its position as a partner of the Great People's Republic of China. The social constructivists believe that relationship of any kind is actually constructed. Constructed using identity, using interest, using ideas, and making use of the instrument of trade. Why is it so? That nations and states will actually couple together if they share the same interest, and China and Nigeria share common interests. States and nations will come together, blend together if they share the same ideas, and China and Nigeria share the same ideas. China and Nigeria should continue to pursue and build up this particular brazen iron of the comprehensive strategic partnership in order to continue in this particular socio-economic and political alliance and structuration between the two partners.